Welcome to Thieves' Cant, a tabletop gaming podcast with your hosts, Jeremy Shane and Chris White.
Welcome in, welcome back. It is Thieves' Cant for Friday, February 20th. I'm Jeremy Shane.
And I'm Chris White.
Thanks as always for listening, wrapping up the week with us. Hey, you can subscribe at thievescantcast, email thievescantcast@gmail.com. Chris, Friday already. Weekend ahead, life is good.
Yeah, it is. Been looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll be better by next week.
Yeah, we've got a game weekend coming up.
We do.
A little
That's right.
a little draw steal tomorrow. I think we're approaching the end of our first foray into draw steal.
I've enjoyed it.
It has been a good time, kind of learning some of the ins and outs of that system, getting a little more comfortable with it, and next time we play, maybe we'll throw off the shackles of published material, and we'll do our own thing. Hey, for today, we've got about a month left here in the winter season, so this feels like prime time to have a Thieves' Cant draft, some schoolyard picks. We're going to assemble our own squads of winter-themed creatures. That's our draft pool. If it has anything to do with winter or frost or ice or snow or cold at all, it's fair game.
Okay.
We'll make 3 picks apiece, and we'll see which crew we think would outdo the other.
Before we start,
Okay.
I think we need to establish a few more ground rules. 1, no gods. 2, no unique creatures, right? No one-of-a-kind creatures. We cool with that?
You're really whittling down my prep list here.
What are you talking about?
No, go ahead.
All right.
Let's hear more of your rules.
Does that sound fair?
No gods, no unique creatures. Other than that, if it has anything to do with winter, it's fair game.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I think to determine the first overall pick, maybe we should roll a D20.
No, you know what? I'm going to let you go first.
All right. Then for my first pick,
Okay.
I'm going to go Winter Court Fae.
Oh, okay.
Ruthless, cold, uncaring Fae. Which, I mean, that describes a lot of Fae, but especially the Winter Court, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you're a Dresden Files fan, the Fae courts are featured prominently in many Dresden Files novels. That's probably really where I started to gain an affinity for, Fae politics and manipulation. But there are some great tabletop scenarios as well. Wolfgang Bauer with Kobold Press years ago, and I think they put out a revised version of it once 5th edition rolled around. But the Courts of the Shadow Fae was a great scenario that never got a chance to run back in the 4E days. So some of that court intrigue, but if we focus it specifically in like the Winter Court, where everything is just a little colder and a little darker, that's an imposing foe.
Interesting.
So if you consider how, the harshness of winter actually does manifest, and much of the nation experienced that just a few weeks ago, blinding snow, blinding manipulation, biting ice, these are all things made manifest in the intrigue of the Winter Court.
Okay.
So we'll bounce the ball over your way.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. One of my picks that I was going to make, I'm not now. I think you kind of drafted it. I was going to go with the Hoary Hunter. They're like these just pale white gaunt riders that look they kind of look like elves. They have that Fae aspect to them.
Fascinating. I'm glad that I chose them.
Yeah, they're part
of the Winter Court.
Yeah, they're killers. They're vicious, and they can trap your soul in their swords, and like the diamond in their swords. So cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Unfortunately, I guess I'm not going to get them. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make my next pick, or my first pick. This is my first pick, isn't it? The first thing I thought was White Dragon, right? I mean, it only makes sense. White Dragons. It's a dragon.
Your last name is White.
It's true. But then I was like, no, we're going to choose the better ice dragon, which is the silver dragon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so pretty self-explanatory. You know, the older they get, the better they are. And silver dragons right up there with reds and golds as the most powerful breeds. But we got the cold breath weapon. We live in the icy mountains.
Yeah.
We're like the most friendly of all the dragons.
Are they really?
Unless you make it, they like humans. They really like, well, I guess humans and the other humanoid races that are good.
Okay.
They just like hanging out with them. A gold dragon, you might get yourself killed if you get in a philosophical argument about law, but you don't have to worry about that with silver dragon. So not only is he fun to be around, but also is going to destroy your sad, fey, cold people. So there you go.
All right. My next pick comes from D&D 5e's Rime of the Frost Maiden. Now, you banned gods, so I can't go with Auril, who's kind of the big bad here.
That's right.
But I am going to go with the Cold Light Walker.
Oh, that thing looks nasty.
So the Cold White Walker, here's the description from the book. Some humanoids who died from extreme cold, but whose spirits languish in the mortal world, become cold light walkers, burning with frigid fury at the meaninglessness of life. Their frostbitten corpses emit a spectral light so intense that mortal eyes can barely stand to look at them, and they typically wear the clothing in which they died. Gods that personify winter create them as embodiments of winter's wrath. They are hateful spirits, denied passage to the afterlife, preserved in their current forms to remind the living how fragile life can be. And when one dies, its light goes out, leaving behind a frozen, inanimate corpse that can never be raised from the dead. So, looking at their stat block, they are a CR5 creature. They have the blinding light ability, shedding bright light in a 20-foot radius, dim light for an additional 20. They can use a bonus action to target a creature in bright light that it can see, Constitution save, or be blinded until the start of its next turn. So they can blind you. Icy Doom, any creature killed by the walker freezes for 9 days, during which time it can't be thawed, harmed by fire, animated, or raised from the dead.
Wow.
They don't require air, food, drink, or sleep. I mean, they're kind of like zombies in a sense, with a new skin put on.
Mm-hmm.
They have a multi-attack, so they can make a couple of attacks each round. They've got both an up-close melee attack in which they'll slam into you, and they've got a ranged spell attack, their Cold Ray, which can go out to like 60 feet. So I just imagine the terror of being out in some frozen wilderness in the dark, and in the distance, there are lights getting closer and closer. Maybe this is a sign of hope for you, right? Until you realize it's not. Until that light blinds you, you are overwhelmed by this freezing cold.
That's creepy.
Yeah, the Cold Light Walker.
Yeah, I like it.
I dig them. Not the most powerful creature that either one of us will draft, but just on vibes,
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it's got the vibes. Unfortunately, I don't know how long your Frostlight Walkers are going to go up against my next pick. Those little lights are about to go out because I'm going all in, and I'm going for the Frostworm.
Frostworm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
40 feet long, 5 feet in diameter, weighing 8,000 pounds, pale blue skin, huge mandibles. These things are death incarnate.
Sounds awful. Do they tunnel through ice?
Of course they do. They're able to stun their prey with their trill.
They coo loudly.
Coo. Yeah. They have a sonically induced compulsion to make you stand still for as long as you hear that sweet trill. You're an easy target for the quickly advancing death. Merely touching a frostworm could be injurious, as their bodies generate intense chill. Any attack from a frostworm obviously is then even more dangerous as well. So they hate fire, and they're afraid of it. So there's a weakness. They also have a breath attack. Yeah, These things are nasty.
How big did you say they were? 40 feet long, 8,000 pounds?
Yeah, at least 40 feet long and up to 8,000 pounds.
Yeah,
so,
all right. That's
terrifying. These are massive.
Well, on the field of battle, I think my third pick is going to match up well with your second pick there, Frost worm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pick number 3 for me is the Remoraz.
Oh, that was my third pick.
I'll remind you, you told me to go first.
Yeah,
you could have had things your way.
I did. You need this.
So these, I'm referencing the 4th edition Monster Manual 2 for my Remoraz.
Okay, all right.
So they have this intense internal heat, and that is how they are able to burrow through ice and rock, because their homes are in the Arctic. They prey on any creature that they come across, even giants and dragons. Bring your silver dragon.
Oh.
The Remoraz is up to the task. In 4th edition, this is a level 21 elite brute.
Yeah.
So these are not an easy encounter. They burrow to reach an isolated enemy and then grab with a bite attack and then attempt to swallow it whole. They generate, I mentioned the intense heat that they generate, and the angrier they get, the hotter they burn. I mentioned that they often prey on even giants, but actually frost giants sometimes will train these creatures to use them as guardians. They are among the few creatures that have been known to risk training a Remoraz. I think they're cool. Kind of this, just looking at the artwork, it's like a centipede meets a dragon meets an alien. I mean, there's something just kind of wildly alien about them.
I like them. I actually painted a miniature of one of those a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is my third pick, which will round out my squad.
Well, my third pick isn't going to be nearly as exciting then, but I of course, have to go with the Frost Giant. It was going to be that or the Frost Troll. I do have an honorable mention, however, that I didn't pick because I wasn't sure if it was a unique creature or if there were more than one of them.
Okay.
The Abominable Yeti was on my short list.
Yeah.
So
I would have accepted Yeti.
Yeah. Well, there's Yeti, and then there's the Abominable Yeti.
Oh.
This is like the Uber Yeti, which is fun to say. Uber Yeti. But I'm going to go with Frost Giants. They're pretty legit. That's a legit monster. So
I think in the range of giants, they're kind of in the middle size-wise.
Yeah.
Right?
I think they're kind of on the high end, aren't they? I think
maybe high middle.
High mid. I'd say high mid.
Because storm giants I think are the biggest.
Storm's the biggest, right? And then fire. Is that right? Not hill giants.
I think they're the smallest hill.
They are. I believe they are.
Right. But giants are interesting.
They are. Yeah. That's something that we don't talk about too much. Because they have their own lore and they have their own society and just how they interact with each other. So. Yeah, I don't utilize giants enough. Yeah. We should have run was it Storm King's Thunder was the kind of giant focused D&D campaign? Yeah. We just never use giants much.
All right, recapping our picks. I went with the Winter Court Fae, the Cold Light Walker, and the Remoraz.
And I had all the Silver Dragons, and I had the Frost Worm. And I went with the Frost Giants.
Who's got the best squad? You can let us know in the comments. You can email thievescantcast@gmail.com. And which winter-themed creatures would you pick? Let us know. We want to hear from you. Chris, the weekend is up on us. I hope you have a good one. We'll see you at the game.
Hopefully I'll be fighting fit by then.
Right. If you're doing some gaming this weekend, have a blast. And we will see you on Monday for the latest news, crowdfunding, listener feedback as well. Until then, thanks for listening as always. It's been Thieves' Cant. I'm Jeremy Shane.
And I'm Chris White.
So long.
Thank you for listening to Thieves' Cant. Email thievescantcast@gmail.com.